name is Tolulope Ogun. First, the major items. Top state executives charged to live up to expectations in the discharge of their duties. Governor Abiodun receives thumbs up for creating an enabling environment for businesses to thrive. An economist is advising the federal government to explore new markets in view of US tariffs. Top executives in the state civil and public service have been called upon to continue to uphold integrity and accountability in high esteem, led by examples and live up to expectations as they discharge their statutory duties. The governor, Prince Dapo Abiodun, gave the charge while declaring a 5-day training on strategic leadership and management course for permanent secretaries, principal generals, general managers, clerk of the State House of Assembly, auditor generals, executive secretaries, and head of professional bodies in the state as the National Institute for Policy and Strategic Studies, or Basikiru Kayode Adetono School of Governance Studies, Olabisi Onabanjo University, Ago Iwe. According to Prince Abiodun, who was represented by his deputy, Engineer Noimot Salako Oyedele, as citizens look up to these top executives to uphold the highest standard, they must continue to lead by examples and remain faithful to the principles of transparency, responsibility, and service. The authorities in the Gateway State, in collaboration with Never Limited, an indigenous company, are set to establish an aluminium recycling plant that would generate $50 million annually for the state. The plant, according to the chief executive officer of the company, Mr. Lawal Ibidapo, who also accounts for 2.5% of the entire non-oil exports of the country. Mr. Ibidapo led fielding questions from newsmen after a closed-door meeting with Governor Dapo Abiodun at Okemoso, Abeokuta. The chief executive officer, who applauded Governor Abiodun for creating an enabling environment for businesses to thrive in the state, informed that choosing the Gateway State for business location is very significant due to its closeness to Lagos, which is regarded as a financial capital of the country. Dumping of crops by roadside would not only cause severe environmental and public health problems, but can also pollute the air, soil, and water, as well as lead to the transmission of diseases. Governments at all levels and relevant authorities have therefore been called on to put measures in place to protect residents as decomposing bodies are now a common occurrence on. This call was made from a mortuary attendant, Mr. Moshood Agbaje, while speaking in a chat with OGBC in Ilaro this Tuesday. While explaining that decomposing bodies and substances that can contaminate the soil and water, thereby potentially making them unsafe for human and animal consumption. Mr. Agbaje noted that if measures are put in place, there are dire environmental consequences. Mr. Agbaje, who went on to say that exposure to dumped corpses can also cause psychological distress and trauma for residents, especially those who live or work in the affected area, informed that released chemicals from the body and its surroundings can lead to health hazard through chemical poisoning. He urged Nigerians to be vigilant as well as inform their relatives of their movements as organ harvesting rise across the nation, saying continuous dump of corpses on the road may also imply greater crime rates in affected areas. You're listening to the States GBC 30.5. As the United States of America imposes a 14% tariff on export goods from some African countries, including Nigeria, the federal government has been advised to explore new markets on other continents. A professor of economics from the Olabisi Onabanjo University, Ago Iwe, Sharifuddin Teller, gave this advice. According to him, the Nigerian government should begin to look for other countries that could not impose such high tariff on goods from the country. The professor of economics, who said the Nigerian government can even look at new markets within the African continent, however, said that new reality also means that African countries need to begin to improve on interregional trade just like the European Union. The online registration for the recruitment into the Nigerian Army 89 regular recruits intake for trades and non-tradesmen and women, which began on 31st of March, will close on the 17th of May 2025. According to a statement by the Permanent Secretary, Bureau of Cabinet and Special Services, Mr. Olariwaju Saka, applicants will be screened online and qualified applicants will be shortlisted, after which is accessible on the Nigerian Army recruitment site on recruitment.army.ml.ng. The statement adds that applicants are expected to be single of Nigerian possess a valid national identity physically and psychologically fit between the age of 18 and 22 years for non-tradesmen and women, and 18 and 25 tradesmen and women, required height of 1.68 meters for males and 1.65 meters for females. For educational qualification, Mr. Saka informed that applicants must possess a minimum of 4 passes at not more than 2 sittings in WAEC, GCE, NECO, NATEF, adding that shortlisted applicants are to report for physical screening exercise at the State Recruitment Center, 35 Artillery Brigade, Alamala Barracks, Abeokuta, from 2nd of June to 16th of June 2025. The Permanent Secretary also informed that a town hall meeting has been scheduled for Wednesday at the Obas Complex Auditorium at 10 a.m. for public sensitization. The trial of civil actions in the High Court of Justice Ogun continued as from Thursday 17th April to Friday 25th April. A statement from the Office of Chief Judge, Justice Mosumola Dipeolu, has it that normal court sitting will resume on Monday 28th of April. It says during the period, criminal matters will be taken and urgent civil matters will be heard, only be on leave on the application of parties to the suit or their counsel. The socio-economic development of the state can be enhanced through a concerted effort. Play your own part for the sustenance of the society. To end the state at the major items. Governor Dapo Abiodun has advised top executives in the state and civil and public service to continue to uphold integrity and accountability in high esteem, lead by examples, and live up to expectations as they discharge their duties. The chief executive officer of an indigenous company, Mr. Lawal Ibidapo, has commended Governor Dapo Abiodun for creating an enabling environment for businesses to thrive. Add that Professor of Economics from the Olabisi Onabanjo University, Ago Iwe, Sherifuddin Teller, had advised the federal government to explore new markets on other continents as the United States of America imposes a 14% tariff on including Nigeria. The state news was edited and broadcast from OGBC at Belkuta. For exclusive programs and the latest news updates, visit our website at ogunradio.ng. Follow us on Facebook at Ogun Radio at Belkuta and on X at OGBC 90.5 FM. You can also listen to OGBC on the Radio Garden.